Hey everyone, Graphics here, and we are back with another episode of Find Love, and we got screwed over big time. Damian found out about our plan, and so we got trapped on the island, and so me and Kat are trying to flip a switch so we can lower the walls that surround the island in the middle of the ocean so we can all escape together with our lives, if we can. But Kat's getting ready to tell us about our past, see who we were before. So, before you came onto this show, you were a producer, just like me. We used to work together. We were partners. In more ways than one, though. That was forever ago. Living and working on this island was the only life I had ever known. Sounds awful, but I didn't have a problem with running these shows. There was nothing different to compare with. Then I met you. I've got no idea what would bring someone like you to this island, but you, meeting you, changed me. She smiled like she had never seen before. You made me see that there was a world out there that was beautiful. You made me hope that I could be a part of the world one day. And you helped me realize that we needed to shut this place down if we wanted to get out of, if we wanted there to be a world out there at all. For years we worked together to free as many people as we could from the death trap shows. We'd ship them away to safety, fake their deaths, everything. We did just that for a time. Then Damian started to suspect something was up. Each day he got closer and closer to figuring out until we knew we couldn't stay any longer. But it was too late. By then Damian caught us. You mean you betrayed me? I can't remember much, but I remember you and we were together. And then you sold me out right when we were trying to escape. Why? It's like I said before, I didn't have a choice, and I still don't. I know you have no reason to trust anyone, and I don't expect you would. But we need each other's help to get off this island now. Since both of us are technically still producers, we can activate the switch if we work together. We don't even have to take Damian down, though I doubt he'd let us use it that easily. Can you trust me enough for that? Honestly, I don't know. Part of me wants to trust Kat, at the same part that unconsciously remembers that I did for years and years. But how can I forget the betrayal, even if she had her reasons? Sure. I'll keep an eye on her. When we got back to the mansion, Kat made a beeline for the lab. I ran with her as fast as I could. Our footsteps in the winding metal staircase echoed like a thundering drum. You're about to see the real reason why the show is still on the island. Kat took out her master key and slid it into a hidden socket in the wall behind one of the tanks. Click. Don't say I didn't warn you. The same wall split into two doors, revealing another hidden staircase. You think you guys could get an elevator instead? I said the same thing. As soon as I took one step down the staircase, I could tell something was different. Something was telling me that I shouldn't go down there. Come on, we don't have time to waste. I've got nothing to lose. With each step, it grew darker and darker. Eventually, I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. Then, light. Blinding light, and applause. What? Welcome, welcome, you finally made it. There's a maze in the background, there's stadium lights, there's chairs. Damian's face was plastered all over the screens in the stadium that could fill tens of thousands of people. Countless cameras littered the seats and focused on center stage as a battleground sprawling with maze-like walls and shapes and sizes littered with guns. Thanks to the walls, we couldn't see Damian directly, but we knew he was there from the screens. We wouldn't have a show with you idiots, so I'm glad you actually came back. Oh man, you couldn't even bring back the others. You're no fun. You just really gotta make me work, huh? Anyway. Congrats on making it this far, etc., etc. I gotta say, I'm proud of you for making it here, daughter of mine. I'm impressed that you remembered your old haunt, just from a few seconds of video. No thanks to you, you dirtbag. Is that the way you thank someone who gives you your room and board? You gave graphics a way nicer room than I ever got. Blame your mom for that one, kid. Anyway, how about you be a dear and explain the game we've got going on here? The switch we're looking for is somewhere here. The problem is, so is Damian, and he's got a gun, and more ammunition than he needs to kill both of us. What about the weapons on the ground? Maybe there's something we can use to level the playing field? It's all we can do, but the odds are not in our favor. Most of the weapons laying around are useless. They were meant to make people lose hope that they could fight back. Most is better than all of them, at least. Well, yes and no. There's no hope to lose if they knew all of them were fake. That's Damian's MO. He'll give people trapped in his shows just enough hope for escape, and then he'll use that to trap you. Real guns among the fakes, boats and planes when you're trapped on an island. If we're going to make it through this, you can't fall for this game. Understand? Loud and clear. Then let's go. There's no time to waste. We ran from wall to wall, taking cover between each time. Whenever we had a chance, we'd pick up what looked like another gun and see if it was real. We only had seconds to check each one. Damian was hot on our trail. A gunshot rang, blowing a hole through the wall. Kat and I were behind. What's the matter? Are you two like laps? You're like two rats in a lab. He fired again. Shrapnel from the wall scraped my arm. Fuck. It was like my arm had been lit on fire. You okay? I'll live. Don't worry. We need to find a weapon. And we need to find the switch. We ran behind another wall, narrowly dodging another shot from Damian. It dawned on me that he wasn't even trying to hit us, he was trying to make us scared. And it was working, but why? He's reloading. Come on. We dashed out from behind a wall and ran past Damian, looking desperately for the switch for any reasons we could find. Managed to pick up 2 pistols. Kat did the same. Damn, looks like they're fake too. How's yours looking? I took a look at the first one. Upon further inspection, it was clear it was no more than a plastic toy. With the second one, Kat realized at the same second I did it was real with a single bullet loaded. Alright, that's good. Let's. Another 2 shots ring out, blowing a hole from the wall. Next time, where my head was a second ago. Fuck. How can you get fucking hand cannon? Budget's got to go somewhere, I guess. Anyway, we've got the gun. That's probably the only real one in the stadium. We need to find the switch now. Even with the gun, there's no match for him. Sounds good to me. We ran further through the stadium opposite the entrance where we were square in the middle of the stadium. And there it was. The switch. You think they'd have it hidden better. Damian's laughter echoed through the arena as he reappeared on the screens above the arena. Congrats, you found the switch. It's a damn shame I forgot to mention something about the switch here. It won't do jack shit even if you both access, as long as I've got a heartbeat. What? And I plan on sticking around. But I'm not heartless. In fact, I think I'm pretty a decent guy for what I'm about to do. Kat looked like she had just seen a ghost. Kat, graphics, I've got an offer that you can't refuse, but only one of you can claim it. If either of you kills the other one, I'll let the one left standing go. We'll forget this ever happened and call it a wrap on Find Love or Die Trying. I'll even let the survivor leave the island. I can even guarantee that I'm telling the truth because this is airing live to the world right now. People bow down and get in line because I tell them the truth because they know I keep my word. They wouldn't believe me for a second if I ever went back on it, you know? Not a bad deal, huh? Especially considering that if no one takes that offer, I'll just kill you both. I'm giving you 5 minutes to decide, and then I'm coming for you. The screen shut off. Kat and I looked at each other, a mix of horror and fear fear on her face. There is no doubt that mine mirrored hers. Graphics. I can't imagine what's racing through your head right now. You probably think I'm going to betray you again, right? I was at a loss for words. You don't have to say anything. Look, I can't blame you for doubting me. And honestly, if you just shot me right now, I'd be okay with it. Because then, you'd be free to go. I know Damian will keep his word. But if there's even the slightest chance that you want me to be able to escape from here too, then I need you to ask something that I know sounds insane. What's that? I need you to give me the gun. Only the real one we've got. Look, I'm not stupid enough to know how that sounds. The simple reality is, I've known you for so long now, and one thing I know about you is that you're a terrible shot. Me? I'm as good as you can get on this island. I think I'm our best at taking him down. But I understand completely if you're not willing to trust me. If you think I'm lying, I get it. And if you don't trust me... She closed her eyes and pressed her fingers against her forehead. Then please, just make it quick. The gun in my hands never felt so heavy. One hand, a guarantee I can make it out if you're alive. The other, trusting Kat. Can I trust Kat after all she's done to me? Can I really believe her words when the memories that can deny most of them are lost to me? I've got no time. I have to choose. I'm not going to kill Kat. I trust her. Actually, save. We'll save this. Return. We'll trust Kat. I trust you. I held out a gun to her. You do? After everything I've done? After everything you've done, yes, I still trust you. I know you've been forced to do some awful things to people that didn't deserve it. I know there's good in you, and I believe in that good. Take it. Just kills me right on the spot. Thank you, Graphics. She took the gun from my hands. I won't let you down. Well, if you do, it's not like I'd be around long enough to regret it. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's do this. We decided to seek Damian out and try to get the drop on him, rather than waiting for him at the switch. My heart was practically beating out of my chest. I couldn't tell if Kat was nervous as I was, or if she hid it with the same poker face she always had. We dashed to another wall for cover, looked around and repeated. How much time has passed? It feels like we've been looking for him for hours with the pressure, though I know it couldn't be more than a few minutes. As the minutes passed, I could tell Kat was growing more and more impatient. She trained her gun wherever she looked, her trigger finger ready to shoot her only bullet at any time. Left, right. I glanced around, then looked at her, then looked back. Her hands were shaking. Look left, right. We've only got one shot to make or break it. Look back to Kat. She's checking the corner ahead for us. She looks left, right. Takes everything I have to stay focused. I don't think about dying, not even the possibility. She turns to look back at me. Oh no. Damian's walking closer behind her, with his gun resting on his shoulder. He can't be more than 10 meters away. He slowly lifts the gun from his resting position. Before I know it, I'm running towards her with everything I have. Something is making me run, something I've forgotten. Something I'm just starting to remember. It's the two of us on the beach. I can see it now. How many hours has it been? We made it to the ship, but it wasn't enough. The alarms were deafening. Security was going to be here any minute. And our only saving grace, our ship, wouldn't start. That's it then. I'd never hear Kat ever sound so desperate. Well, at least we tried, right? Who else can say that? She lowered her head and leaned on me. No, we're not giving up just yet. There's nothing we can do. The engine's broken and the guards will be here any minute. We've got at least some weapons. It's not over yet. I grabbed the precious few firearms that we had and split them between us. There's 2 of us and hundreds of them. There's no point. Not to mention, you're a terrible shot. You're right. Taking them head on would be suicide. But that's not what you'll be doing. Me, I'm just some nobody. But you're the big man's daughter after all. Your word means a lot to them. She was horrified. I would be too if I was in her shoes right now. No, I won't let you do this. We don't have a choice. Look around. Look, I'm not happy either, but both of us dying here would be worthless. But if you live, you get a second chance to make it out of here. A second chance to see the other side. I know, but what's the point if it's not with you? You'll have to find that out for yourself. You're almost here. Come on, we're running out of time. Her hands were shaking. It looked like if she was going to drop her gun any second. I hate you for this, you know. I know, and I'm sorry. She slowly raised her arms and trained the gun's sights directly on me. And now, we wait. Can you do me a favor? What's that? Don't shoot the face, please. I'm rather proud of it. I don't know what I'd do without my supernaturally good looks. She laughed through the tears. I would still have loved you even without them. Right back at you. She kissed me for the last time. I love you. I love you too. Sorry, but it's going to be the face. Let me just take off the safety. Wait, I didn't sign up for this. I heard my favorite sound one last time. I could hear the guards coming down now. We've only got seconds left. On the bright side, I won't owe you $10. Our bet? She laughed. I think it's pretty clear who won the bet. I could see the guards now. My time is up. What makes you say? You did it. I'm alive? Everything hurts so bad, I almost wish I wasn't. The shock must have knocked me out cold. I coughed up blood as my vision flashed in and out rapidly, too fast to tell if I'd been fatally shot. It was all I could do to try to stay conscious. As you said, Father, anyone who breaks our law must be punished. I could just barely make out her voice, but it brought comfort to me. You really do take after me. You've made your old man very, very proud. Oh, will you look at that? Looks like our little hero's got some life left. You know, graphics, you're in luck. See the whole escaping thing? I'm afraid that's going to have to fire you. No severance. I tried making a witty comeback, but the only thing that came out of my mouth was coughed up blood. But you're in luck. A new opportunity's just opened up, and I think... He kicked me in the stomach and rolled me over with his foot. You'd be the perfect fit. He laughed as he crushed my palm under his foot. You might think I'm going soft on you by not killing you outright. He looked down at me, and then back at her. But mark my words, you'll both wish I had. Do whatever you want, I don't care. I don't care about graphics anymore. He laughed maniacally. I never did like graphics much anyway. My vision's fading. His words turned to vapor as I could feel myself crumple into nothing. The last thing I saw was her face. She was holding the river back with everything she had. Who are you going to fool with a poker face like that? Cat. I love you. Always have. Always will. I'm so sorry for what I forced you to do. Even more so, I'm sorry that you'll be alone now. But I hope one day you'll understand. Flashback to reality. I've almost reached Cat. I push myself to run faster and faster than I've ever ran in my life. Cat doesn't see him, but she sees the alarm going off in my eyes. Damian points his gun at his daughter, preparing to take the shot. Cat starts to turn around, but there's no time. Damian's finger pulled back on the trigger. What am I doing? I see the world turn in slow motion. Why am I throwing away my life for Cat? These memories, they're mine, yet not at the same time. Who can I say if I'm the same person as before, who loved her so much? Who can say if these memories form completely different me compared to what I am now? There's no time for answers. Even if I've forgotten you over and over, somehow I remember you, and I know that I would do anything for you. I run past Cat and throw myself in front of her, because I love her. A gunshot rings out. It's like my body is struck by lightning and set aflame. He fires again and again. Undescribing pain ripples across my body as shot after shot rips through me. It's not like the movies where someone can stand after being shot over and over. The firing stops and my vision starts to fade. I can barely hear him reloading over the sound of my body screaming in agony. My knees buckle. I start to fall. As I fall, I can see Cat with her gun trained on Damian. There's no fear in her eyes. Her hands aren't shaking, but she's biting her lip so hard that I can see it bleeding. The last thing I see before dark takes me is her finger pressing down on the trigger. Wake up, graphics. Please don't die. What's happening? Am I alive? I'd never heard her sound so desperate. Please, just wake up. I can't lose you again. Not again. It took everything I had just to open my eyes and breathe. Cat was cradling me in her arms with tears running down her face. Thank God, don't pass out again. You almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, Cat. I coughed up blood. Save your strength. Did you get him? We did it. That's great. The switch? We should be able to get it now, but you're in no shape to walk. And to be honest, I'm not in the best shape either. I looked up at her and felt my heart drop. You've been shot. She laughed. Yeah, now I know what it feels like. I'm even more sorry for shooting you back then on the beach. There was nothing else we could have done, Cat. That didn't stop me from regretting every second of these past 2 years. That day I made a promise to myself. It didn't matter how many people I'd have to hurt or how much I would have to hurt. I would get you off this island alive and well, even if it was the last thing I did. Even if I had to see you fall in love with somebody else 100 times. Even if I knew it meant I could never be with you again. I made a promise back then, and I'll keep it even if it kills me. Slowly, Cat tried to lift me up off the ground onto her back. She screamed and coughed up blood as she tried to lift me up. Stop, you're going to get yourself killed. Then that's exactly what I'm going to do. She lifted me onto her back and took a step backwards towards the switch. I told myself back then. She stepped forward again. Her legs were trembling. That if you weren't leaving this island alive, neither would I. Another step closer. Because I love you, you know. One more step. I know you don't remember most of our time together. Her breath was getting ragged. She had taken several steps and then had to pause for breath. Honestly, I'm glad you remember bits and pieces. I'm grateful for whatever I can get. The switch is in sight. And maybe the you I fell in love with doesn't even exist anymore. We're so close to it, yet so far. But I like to believe it's still you. That you're still the same graphics that I fell in love with. We were just steps away from the switch. That I'm still the one you love. She laughed bitterly. It's just wishful thinking, I know. We're here. We made it, you just... She coughed up blood again. Need to put your hand on the scanner. Can you do that? Got it. I used the last of my strength to reach my hand forward. With every inch I drew closer to it, my vision grew darker. I pushed harder and harder with everything I had. Got it. My turn. Done. All that's left is to pull the switch. Sorry, I'm gonna have to put you down for a second. No problem. Cat gently rested me on the ground. Fuck, I can barely stand now. She tumbled towards the switch. She managed to catch it with her hands and used it to keep herself upright. Here we go. The moment we'd all been waiting for. She pulled it with the last of her strength. A second later, she fell to the ground by my side. The cacophony of machinery filled the stadium. That must be the barrier opening. We did it, graphics. I'm sorry. What for? I don't think we're getting out of here at all. I can't even move. It's okay. We had a good run, you know. I guess you could say that. At least the girls will be able to get out of here. They deserve better than to die here. Yeah. I love you, graphics. Always have and always will. For these last 2 years, I dreamt of us starting a new life together somewhere far from here. But I guess life's not like the movies. Dreams don't come true. I wish we could have met in a different place at a different time. Maybe, just maybe then, graphics we. Cat? Cat? Her eyes were closed. Streams of tears ran from both her eyes. My vision blurred. Even more tears welled up in my eyes. Even if we could have met in a different place, a different time, I'm sure our story would have been so different. I wish we could have, Cat. I tried to move closer to her, but my body refused. It was all I could do to move my head around. I looked around into futility for some kind of miracle that could save us both. This is too sad an ending. I looked to Cat. I looked to the heavens, which had all but abandoned us. I looked behind us, and I saw what could only be described as angels. I tried to speak, but no words would come out. I must be dreaming. I must be. The world turned to black. Am I dead? If I keep asking myself that, it's bound to be right sooner or later. But somehow, I think there's more to come in my story. And I know there's one person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. I love you. Oh. I did not expect this. Violet, Scarlet. Scarlet. Whoa. Okay, I don't know how much more this is going, but I'm going to go ahead and end this here, and I'll pick this up in the next one. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'm very confused now. I thought this was ending on a bad note. So we'll see what happens. I hope y'all have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I should have saved. Shit.